Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
We're on the air with Network News for Thursday, April 6, 2023. In the headlines, concerns and suggestions as data protection bill is passed in the Senate. Merchants killer sentenced to life in prison. Government to seek financial backing from Africa. Multi-Grammy Award-winning artist Donnie McClurkin in Grenada for Good Friday concert. Regionally, woman sues Guyana Hospital for unauthorized organ removal. Internationally, UN diplomats stage walkout and Russian discussion on children's rights. Plus in the sports news, CPL defending champions stage development camp in Antigua. Hello everyone, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste here at Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Details in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. The Labour representative in the Senate had a number of recommendations for the proposed data protection bill. The main talking point when the upper house met in Parliament on Thursday. The bill seeks to give authority to the police to search the property of anyone believed to have committed an offence under the Data Protection Act. Beverly, tell us the report.
The proposal of the Data Protection Bill was met with hesitation from the opposition, which believes public consultation needs to be held before it is enacted. Though there is general support for the need of a Data Protection Bill, there was varying thoughts on what the bill should be comprised of. This bill is said to have significant impact on the business community as it provides for the right of access to people's personal data and belongings. Business representative in the Senate, Salim Rahman, relayed his concerns about the bill.
So that in its essence, the purpose of this bill, I think we can all agree that it is a good thing, especially in this digital age. The challenge, however, is in the details, the meat of the matter. the security principle, which is clause 10, number 2, those measures. Madam President, technical training and know-how needs to be provided to both private and public entities. The reasonable steps to ensure compliance need to be clear so that we know what we need to do to comply, and it is clear when an entity is not in compliance. Otherwise, we are concerned that reasonable steps, as it says in Act, may only be at the discretion of an officer of the Commission and may find entities unprepared. Absence of prescribed regulations. Throughout the bill, reference is made to prescribed forms, prescribed time for doing of acts, and prescribed fees. However, regulations which are administrative guidelines for enforcement and compliance with the proposed legislation are not yet available. It is therefore impossible to have a true appreciation of whether or not important aspects of the bill are reasonable.
Also concerned with some aspects of the bill is Labour representative in the Senate, President of the Grenada Trades Unions Council, Andre Lewis. One recommendation made by Senator Lewis was that a judge be the legal official to authorize the proposed warrant to search the premises of anyone suspected to be in breach of the Act, rather than the proposed magistrate. Senator Lewis gave reason for his recommendation.
We believe that the warrant should be issued by a judge. And our experience, and I will say Little Grenada, and I know it's a region, but there is no doubt that there have been concerns expressed over time about the possible influences and of political interference, or influences, I should say, at the level of the magistracy. I don't think any one of us can put our head in the sand about this. And the nature of this, we believe that should come from the level of a judge.
The 2023 Data Protection Bill seeks to promote the protection of personal data processed by public and private bodies, to provide for the function of the Information Commission and for related matters. However, there still remains sections of the bill that have raised opposition to its passage in Parliament. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
The Data Protection Bill was eventually passed in the Upper House following some amendments. In other news, His Majesty's prisons, we can tell you in other news, His Majesty's prisons will be the home of 30-year-old Kelly Daniel, who has been ordered to spend the rest of his life behind bars for non-capital murder. Nisha Paul was in court today.
The life sentence was handed down to the Pearl St. Andrew resident by High Court Judge Madame Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's No. 1 High Court on Thursday. Kelly Daniel had pleaded guilty to causing the death of 79-year-old British Grenadian national John Merchant. Merchant was attacked with a cutlass and mutilated during an early morning altercation at his home in Pearl St. Andrew on February 12, 2022. The two had been involved in a verbal altercation for some days prior to the killing over some money that the now deceased man owed to Daniel. During Thursday's sentencing, Daniel, who is known to provide landscaping services to the deceased man, stood in the prisoner's dock and apologized to the grieving family for his actions. He said, and I quote, "I want to apologize for what I did to Mr. Merchant and his family. It wasn't intentional, and I am very sorry," end quote. Daniel, who has 6 previous convictions, had also begged the court for mercy and an opportunity to return into society. However, in handing down the sentence, the court noted the serious nature of the offense and concluded that he was likely to commit other serious offenses and be a danger to society based on information emanating from his psychiatric evaluation. Daniel's attorney, Jerry Edwin, who had expressed concern about his client's mental awareness, commented on the sentence handed down.
The original sentence was 32 years, and the court reduced it to 20 years. But then, applying the principles of dangerousness, Now, when one is found to be dangerous, regardless of the sentence which the court gives, under law, the court is permitted to enhance that sentence. So although Kelly was initially given a sentence of 22 years, the court applied the principle of dangerousness, meaning that he is a danger to society. And thereafter, the court was permitted by law to give a life sentence.
Attorney Edwin says there are no immediate plans to appeal against the sentence.
The Mercy Committee at the prison is permitted to review the sentence after 15 or so years to determine whether he can be released from that life sentence. And you recall the case of the Grenada 17, who were themselves sentenced to life in prison. The Mercy Committee met and they released the Grenada 17. Similarly, we could have a case here. Kelly Daniels, having been given a life sentence, after a certain passage of time, then the Mercy Committee will then review his sentence.
The decapitated head of the deceased John Merchant was found in a bucket in the bathroom of his house, along with other severed parts of his body, which were recovered inside a brown shopping bag. Other dismembered body parts were recovered in the nearby Dunfermline River. As part of the conditions attached to the sentence handed down to Daniel, he was ordered to receive cognitive behavioral therapy with focus on anger management, reality group therapy, and psychotherapy. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Now, the government of Grenada is diversifying its sources of funding. This is what we know. Africa is being looked to for financial assistance. The Prime Minister and former Finance Minister Deacon Mitchell made the disclosure during government's press briefing earlier this week. We get the rest of the details in this report.
The Deacon Mitchell-led administration is looking at non-traditional lending institutions for concessionary financing to drive Grenada's economic growth.
We also looking at and have initiated becoming members of additional lending and financing institutions. So Cabinet, for instance, on Monday approved Grenada joining the partnership agreement between the OECS CARICOM and the Afrexim Bank. The Afrexim is the shorthand for the African Export-Import Bank, which is a subsidiary of the African Development Bank.
Prime Minister Mitchell says that the government is exploring other possibilities when it comes to borrowing money.
Part of this is to look at how we can leverage non-traditional lending institutions, particularly to assist private sector entities within the OECS and in Grenada to get additional concessionary financing. We are also looking at exploring the possibility of becoming a member of the Caribbean and Latin American Development Bank, which is in short known as CAF. The team at the Ministry of Finance is currently reviewing that situation with the hope that we can get cabinet approval in the not too distant future to also be able to partner with that institution.
The former Minister for Finance says that climate change initiatives will play a critical role in receiving concessionary funding.
Explore things like carbon trading. We are also keen to explore how we address climate change as a concept to leverage for more concessionary financing, given the challenges that we face from climate change. So the Ministry of Environment and Climate Resilience is also key to that. We are seeking to have Grenada and the Ministry accredited to a number of the climate-related funds to see whether we can also access concessionary financing from that.
Mike Sylvester, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, says that the ministry is currently in the process of mobilizing financial support from the IMF, the World Bank, CARICOM Development Bank, and the Central Bank. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
This is Network News live from the Grenadian capital. Still ahead from us. A Jamaican by birth and Grenadian by heart gives back. Plus, a top local designer is in an international competition and needs your help to succeed. Stay with us.
God bless you. This is Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and I'm coming to the island of Spice. That's right. I'm coming to Grenada on Friday, April the 7th at 7 p.m. at the National Stadium. It's going to be a fantastic night of praise and worship that will bring glory to God and start a revival throughout Grenada. And I want to give special honor to all of the pastors that are working tirelessly throughout Grenada to make this possible. I come to pay honor to you as well. Don't forget, Friday, April the 7th at 7 p.m. at the National Stadium. Donnie McClurkin in concert in Grenada. I'll see you there.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple?
No, you shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Uncle Waggy, Uncle Waggy, Uncle Waggy! I can't wait for the kids' Easter extravaganza!
Parents, get the kids ready for the most anticipated kids event in Grenada on Saturday, 8 April, Easter Saturday. Megaforce promotion, Easter Kids Extravaganza. Montrouge playing field, starting time 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. There'll be rides, slides, obstacle courses, rock climbing, bouncy castles, go-karts, and much more. Then from 6 p.m., we move stateside for special performances from the Carriacou Road Match 11-year-old Technical. Alongside Dax, also from Carriacou. Soca Sensations, TJ and Kayoni. Conception Dancers, New Dimension Kids on Pan, and many more thrilling performances. Admission, kids $5, adults only $10. This is an event no kid wanna miss. Easter Saturday.
Going no small fret, let me extend my apology.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
On Saturday, April 15th, the National Stadium will rock.
I'm not going to a circus, I'm not going to a fair.
As Q West, Spectrum, and Starboys present Digicel Reggae Fest, the big show. Featuring for the first time in Grenada, Shabba Ranks.
Come around, reggae people starting now. I know me roots and culture.
Coffee.
Coffee come in like a raptor, and everybody get captured.
Romaine Virgo. Marcia Griffiths.
I shall sing as long as
Grenada's own Tamara Songbird, Akeem, and a special international guest. Tier 1 tickets are $120. Limited VIP $500. Includes reserved parking, a variety of food offerings, and premium drinks. Tickets available at box offices island-wide or online at gotofet.com. Digicel Reggae Fest. Saturday, April 15th, National Cricket Stadium. Sponsored by Digicel, the bigger, better network.
Transform your life with Ariza's suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arizacu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom. Your future.
It's all about the glam with stylish new frames from Quartz Optical. Shop today for up to 50% off and pay nothing for 30 days. Book now at www.quartzoptical.com. Get the look you want at the price you need. Plus, at Quartz Optical, our eye exams are always free. So what are you waiting for? Come down and get glam. With up to 50% off selected frames. Quartz Optical. Value you can't see.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy loan today for a chance to win a cash prize.
Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Network News, welcome back. The Dorothy Hopkin home is on the receiving end of over $7,000 worth of much-needed supplies. The gifting was made by a Jamaican national and her family who wanted to give back to Grenada after being welcomed to the country with open arms. More in this Rena Thomas report.
Jamaican national and Grenadian citizen Sonia Fisher has lived in Grenada since 1995 and has always considered Grenada to be her second home. In light of this, she has decided to give back by adopting the Dorothy Hopkin home in Tempe. On Thursday morning, the Fisher family donated over $7,000 worth of items that will enable workers of the facility to better care for their residents. Sonia Fisher says this is not the first and will surely not be the last of her contribution to the home, which cares for persons with challenges.
I come to this country to live, resident here, and with the love of the people here, I am donating back my love to them. This is on me. There's no organization but me, my husband, and my kids. And this is a continual something that I'm making a headway to do. I start off like every Easter we used to give only breakfast here. This is my biggest handover. And from me, my family, the love, I'm handing over to Grenada.
The family first handed the items to the parliamentary representative for the area, Ron Redhead, who later handed the items to the managing body of the home. Mr. Redhead expressed his thanks to the Fisher family.
To Miss Sonia and her family for their generosity. I think this augurs well to see that she was not born in Grenada, but is giving back to Grenada and feels the urge to give back to Grenada. That augurs well. And on behalf of all of us, we say thank you, and we certainly hand over to the home so that they they can utilize it and continue and carry out their functions in peace and harmony as this generous gift was given.
Lewis Grant, board member of the Dorothy Hopkins Home, says the items received came in a timely fashion as it is much needed.
We need this stuff. We actually need a lot more than this, but this is a start in the right direction, and we appreciate it. We really do appreciate it, Mr. Minister and Mrs. Fisher. Okay. We believe that when the community gets involved in things like this, it makes work lighter for the staff. Let's face it, it's not an easy job they have here. On behalf of the management and staff and residents, I say thank you for everything.
The Fisher family will also be hosting a breakfast for the residents of the home on Friday, 7th April. For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
Health officials in Grenada are using the occasion of World Health Day to encourage citizens to have their children immunized. World Health Day is celebrated on April 7 annually, the founding date of the World Health Organization. Nisha Peters tells us more.
Grenada joins with other member states of the World Health Organization to celebrate World Health Day on April 7th. According to Dr. Sean Charles, Chief Medical Officer, several activities are planned in commemoration of the occasion.
All right, so there are activities planned. In due course, the public will be informed of whichever activities, and there are also activities for vaccine week of the Americas that the public will be informed about in due course. I know one of the signature activities is a march that is organized for St. Andrew, but the public will be informed of all the other activities in due course.
Over the years, the Ministry of Health has made extraordinary progress in protecting people from diseases, including smallpox eradication, reducing the incidence of polio, saving of lives through childhood immunization, and declines in maternal mortality. However, the Ministry of Health has seen a decline in parents having their children immunized.
For last year, our numbers or percentages are below the required 95% coverage that ensures that we have population immunity. And this is for several vaccines. This is for our measles, mumps, rubella, or polio. These numbers, or these the coverage levels, are below the expected threshold to ensure that our population has herd immunity.
Dr. Charles says to meet these challenges, the ministry is urging people to take urgent action to protect and support the immunization drive.
The Ministry of Health continues to engage in efforts to encourage persons to have the children in particular immunized using the routine childhood vaccines. We have suffered some setbacks due to COVID-19, but even before COVID-19, the issue of increased hesitancy was a challenge.
All right. This story to report: Grenada's Trisha Grant Lewis has an eye on the Miss International Elegant Mothers Pageant title and is calling on Grenadians to help her bring the crown home. The competition is scheduled for mid-May in St. Martin. Renapet Thomas has this report.
Grenada will once again be represented in the world of pageantry on an international level. This time, Mrs. Teresa Grant Lewis, model and fashion designer, will proudly bear the flag at the 16th annual Miss International Elegant Mothers Pageant in May. The pageant is geared towards uplifting, empowering, and recognizing mothers around the globe, allowing them to be ambassadors, leaders, and influencers of their countries. It also gives them a voice to speak out on various issues a mother goes through, to celebrate mothers of all shapes, sizes, and shades of color, says Mrs. Lewis in an exclusive interview with GBN.
It is an empowerment platform, and it's specifically for mothers. So you have to be a mom to enter the pageant. And the more I do this pageant, the more I see how important mothers are to society, how childbearing is such an important and sacred, gift and role, or whatever word you want to dress that up with, but how sacred and important it is, and how, because of what we're having today, because of the influence of different cultures, how we are not paying attention to this and getting swept away under the carpet. And this is an avenue and a platform that gives us the opportunity to actually express these thoughts and bring the awareness, because I don't think the awareness is there.
Over 10 countries are represented in this year's pageant, which includes England, Jamaica, and Dominica. The winner will host the next Miss International Elegant Mothers pageant in their country, along with prizes and opportunities. Mrs. Lewis is calling on Grenadians to support her as she represents them by liking and sharing her video on the Miss International Elegant Mothers Pageant Facebook page.
International Elegant Mothers Pageant. There's also a page. You can like the page, and you can go on there for now and like Miss Grenada, because I need the support, the social media. There's actually a 10-point that you can earn extra from liking the Miss Grenada picture and the Miss Grenada video. So you have to like and share, but it has to be from the actual pageant site, because then I will not get the 10 points if it's from my page.
The model is also requesting the support of Corporate Grenada to help offset accommodation and flight fees for the team accompanying her to the event. She said that they are hoping to raise $5,000.
It does cost quite a lot of money to enter a pageant of this magnitude. Especially if you want to give it your best shot. I mean, when it comes from me personally, I will do that. But the point is, we do need financial assistance to give our viewers and to really perform at our best. We have 1 more month to the show. We're still asking you to make contributions. We're really looking a lot for the tickets and to secure hotel accommodation. And so the tickets, when we check, they're like $1,100 US, and we're looking to secure. We need 5 tickets, but we're looking to at least secure 3 at the worst case scenario. Of course, it's not just myself. It is a team of persons going out there. So this is kind of why it's a bit critical at this time.
The competition will be held in St. Martin on May 13th and 14th. Teresia and her team is expected to be on the island from the 10th to the 16th of May. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
All right, so this evening's ISOR submission reminds us of where there is life, there is hope, even in conditions that are not optimal. Beverly Telesford has this ISOR submission.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Sometimes when it seems like all is lost, a light comes shining through. This light came in the form of a bunch of bananas shooting through a fallen banana tree in the backyard of a young farmer in Clogie, St. John. The bunch of bananas is photographed growing out of the stem of a banana tree right at the intersection where the tree had been cut. We thank our citizen journalist for this submission. Our ISOR line is always open for your submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead from us, he is a 3-time Grammy Award winner, a 10-time Stellar Award winner, a 2-time BET and Soul Train Award winner. Donnie McClurkin is in Grenada. That story's next.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Here's what customers had to say about Domus Windows and Doors.
The service was excellent with Domus.
Excellent customer service.
Just out of frustration, searching, and just came across you, and I think it was the best, one of my best find ever.
A good feature is that I didn't have to install any burglar proofing on the door because they have laminate glass.
The manufacturing time was on point.
Thanks for what you all are doing. I will continue to be a customer.
Visit Caribbean Shutters, Windows and Doors for Domus quality UPVC solutions.
Hello again. It was a warm welcome at the Maurice Bishop International Airport for Pastor Donnie McClurkin on Wednesday. The world-renowned multi-Grammy and Stella Award winner is in Grenada for a special Good Friday concert. GBN's cameras captured his arrival reception in this Rena Thomas brief.
Gospel fans are being assured of a treat on Good Friday as Pastor Donnie McClurkin is in Grenada and is the headline act for the April 7th concert. The event, which is being staged at the National Stadium, is one organizers are hoping to be life-changing and full of worship. Pastor Donnie McClurkin, in speaking to the media, says that he is excited to be back on the Island of Spice.
And we're just going to be here to give the concert that glorifies God and to make sure
that we connect with the Grenadian people and let them know that it may be different countries, but it's the same one God.
Yes.
And that's the Holy Spirit that we're looking to transfer across the board. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yes.
And so coming back here after a decade, it's kind of surreal, but it's very well received. I thank God for it.
Although Pastor Donnie will be backed by his band, the entire supporting cast is local. Premier sponsors of the event is the Country Cold Store, known for supporting family events throughout the island. The country's general manager, Cicelyne Gabriel, is an elated supporter of gospel music.
We also realize that the secular world, the corporate business, for the most part, don't normally support religious activities like these, and we believe we have a responsibility to support. Our business is not a Christian business, but it is operated by some Christian individuals, and therefore we believe that we have this calling from God to ensure that we assist as much as possible once we are in a position to, and we have the ability to so do, religious activities as they occur in Grenada.
The concert commences at 7 p.m. at the National Stadium. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation continues to clean up and beautify the island and at the same time eliminate illegal squatting along the nation's roads. MIT Minister Andy Williams, during a recent press briefing, said that squatting in the River Road area will soon be addressed.
In moving people, we have to be careful because we have to sort of not try to put them in a worse off position. Not that we're trying to reward them, but at the end of the day, we are dealing with people, and we have to be very careful when we're doing that. So we will look at the situation in River Road, and we will address it. And hopefully, with the new Minister of Infrastructure, we will find a perfect plan to deal with it.
Minister Williams said as time elapses, his ministry will look at ways to address the issue.
We have to do it with consultation with the people because we are a government for the people. And, and whatever we do, it has to be for the betterment. And let me just use this opportunity to say this, that the guys who are at the Kenroy James Boulevard, most of them are now in a better position than before. Right? We got jobs for them. We got places to stay for them. We got even, I want to say much, but we got stuff for them so that to ensure that they are more comfortable now than they were.
We can tell you too that several other areas are earmarked for development.
What we will be doing is to evaluating different places as we go along. There's a port highway which we have to address. There's the Marcus situation again which we have to address, right? And so we will be looking to address these things as we go along. I cannot tell you exactly know what next, but we are going to tackle it as we move. And yes, I've seen exactly what you have spoken about, and we will.
Stay close. The sports news is next, followed by Around the Globe.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Uncle Waggy, Uncle Waggy, Uncle Waggy! I can't wait for the kids' Easter extravaganza!
Parents, get the kids ready for the most anticipated kids event in Grenada on Saturday, 8th April, Easter Saturday. Megaforce promotion, Easter Kids Extravaganza. Montrouge playing field, starting time 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. There'll be rides, slides, obstacle courses, rock climbing, bouncy castles, go-karts, and much, much more. Then from 6 p.m., we move stateside for special performances from the Carriacou Road Match 11-year-old Technical. Alongside Dax, also from Carriacou. Soca Sensations, TJ and Kayoni. Conception Dancers, New Dimension Kids on Pan, and many, many more thrilling performances. Admission, kids $5, adults only $10. This is an event no kid wanna miss. Easter Saturday.
Boy, no small fret, let me extend my apology.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Sporting fans, good evening. Aliyah Gidhari, Ethan Sam and Aidan McIntosh, as well as Elisha Williams and Rikyle Telemark, are among Grenada's Carifta stars in action this weekend. The 30-member team left the island today for the Bahamas. Team Grenada comprises 17 males, 8 females and 6 officials. Grenada captured 7 medals in the 2022 edition of the Championships. Speaking prior to the departure, President of Grenada Olympic Committee, Bernard Wilson, reminded the team that success must be the ultimate goal.
One of the first things you do when you get to the Bahamas is own the place. Know that you belong there. Know that you come there for a particular purpose. Own the place. When you walk on that field, walk tall, walk proud, walk with a purpose that you are here for a particular reason. You are here to exhibit the skills which you have earned through your hard work. Congratulations. Congratulations on behalf of the Grenada Olympic Committee for representing us. You are our ambassadors.
President of Grenada Athletic Association, Conrad Francis, was also in high spirits.
From an association point of view, we are very happy that this team is going. We are very confident that the team will do well. And when we say well here, we don't mean we're not talking medals. In track and field, it's all about height, distances, and performances. So athletes can go there and do their
Well, the 2021 Caribbean Premier League champions St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots are currently involved in a history-making exercise in Antigua. More in this report.
The Patriots have become the first CPL team to host an off-season talent scouting and player development camp. The exercise, which will end next Wednesday, is focusing on identifying available talent while also developing cricketers already part of the franchise's roster. A release discloses that, in addition, Patriots players participating in the camp will stay on to compete in the Cool and Smooth T20 Explosion starting next week, Thursday. The tournament will also be closely followed and monitored by scouts of the Patriots. The franchise has a reputation of identifying rich talent. Joshua De Silva, Brandon King, and Fabian Allen have been among those identified in the past. Owner of the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, Mahesh Ramani, says the process will identify emerging talent in the Caribbean and also upskill the franchise cricketers who will eventually appear for the West Indies.
Finally, in the sports news, Frank Lampard has been appointed Chelsea manager until the end of the season, just over 2 years after he was sacked by the club. The 44-year-old, the club's record goal scorer, takes over following Graham Potter's dismissal on Sunday. We can tell you Lampard, who has been out of a job since he was dismissed by Everton in January, previously managed the Blues from July 2019 to January 2021. Chelsea are 11th in the Premier League and away to Wolves on Saturday. They are 14 points behind fourth-placed Manchester United, despite having spent more than £550 million on new players this season. They are, however, through to the Champions League quarterfinals and face Real Madrid in the first leg on Wednesday. That's the sports news for the moment. Tiana Cole is reporting that a Ghanaian woman is suing Balwant Singh's hospital for $6.6 million for allegedly removing her organs without her consent. The lawsuit, handled by a team of lawyers, claims that the procedure has resulted in physical and emotional trauma for the plaintiff.
The woman, Wanda Kelman Hall, is suing the hospital for just over $6.6 million. According to court documents, the woman visited Balwant Singh Hospital in June 2021 after encountering medical problems. Dr. Madhu Singh, a gynecologist who is also the chief executive officer of Balwant Singh, reportedly advised the woman that she had fibroids attached to her womb, as well as umbilical hernia. The writ for the claims that it was agreed that for a fee of over $600,000, Dr. Singh would perform two surgeries, one for the removal of the womb and another for the removal of the hernia. The court document states that Kelman Hall expressly informed Dr. Singh that she did not want her ovaries or cervix to be removed. This request, according to Kelman, was acknowledged by Dr. Singh. The surgeries were performed on June 9, 2021, and the patient was discharged on June 11, 2021. On August 23, 2022, Kelman underwent an ultrasound at Balwant Singh Hospital. The woman claimed that Dr. Singh told her that everything was normal with her body. Still, at this point, nothing was said about the removal of her cervix or ovaries. However, on August 29, the woman decided to get a second opinion and an ultrasound performed at another institution, where she was advised that based on the ultrasound, her cervix and ovaries were removed. The woman said that she then revisited Balwant Singh Hospital, and it was only then that Dr. Singh explained that she had bleeding on one of her ovaries, and it was thus removed during the surgery. Kelman said she requested all the documents documentation from the hospital concerning the surgery. However, she has not received this to date. The woman is being represented by Sanjeev Datadin, Donovan Ranjayant, and Tiffany Barton.
All right, Antigua's Foreign Affairs Minister is reaffirming his government's plan to push for travel and tourism opportunities between the Caribbean and Africa. The minister says he's both hurt and angry at recent reactions to the Western African migrant issue.
Establishing linkages between the Caribbean region and the African continent is part of an overall plan. That's according to Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable E.P. Chet Green. He says the overarching plan, though, is much larger than just this country.
We were trying and still have a vision of developing tourism, a vibrant trade, travel trade included, between Africa and the Caribbean. Antigua is only one stop in that Caribbean destination.
Local spotlight on last Tuesday's migrant boat tragedy has renewed focus on migratory patterns, but the minister says migration is but a normal global phenomenon.
The discussion globally now is that people are going to migrate for different reasons other than the economy. You might put it back down to the economy in the end, or economics in the end, because things like climate change will force persons to move, albeit temporarily. So when you have persons who depend on farming, for example, and climate change affects them so adversely that they can't eke out a living for themselves and their families, they are going to move.
Green says the politicizing of the issue by many has been disappointing.
Unfortunately, like so many things in the country, it became politicized. It bothers me, it angers me, it hurts me, it troubles me. Because I see Africans as not just people, but as special people. We are quintessentially, predominantly of African stock. And so how can you tell me that we embrace every other race and culture, but when ours arrive, it's a problem?
Further afield, the UK, US, Albania and Malta walked out on Russia's envoy for children's rights at a United Nations Security Council meeting. Maria Belova, who is wanted by the International Criminal Court on war crime charges, speaking via video link about evacuating children from conflict zones. She is accused of illegally deporting children from Ukraine and the unlawful transfer of people to Russia since the invasion started in February 2022.
As Russia takes on the presidency of the Security Council, we will use every opportunity to push back on their using their perch in the chair to spread disinformation and to use their chair to push support of their efforts. So it's for that reason today that we have opposed their ARIA formula briefer, a woman who has been charged with war crimes, who has been involved in deporting and removal of children from their homes to Russia. And we strongly are opposed to that, and that's why we've joined the UK in blocking UN Web from being used to allow her to have an international podium to spread disinformation and to try to defend her horrible actions that are taking place in Ukraine.
A reminder of the headlines after this. The headlines: concerns and suggestions as data protection bill is passed in the Senate. Merchant's killer sentenced to life in prison. Government to seek financial backing from Africa. Multi-Grammy Award-winning artist Donnie McClurkin is in Grenada for Good Friday concert. Regionally, woman sues Guyana hospital for unauthorized organ removal. Internationally, UN diplomats stage walkouts on Russian discussion on children's rights. Plus in the sports news, CPL defending champions stage development camp in Antigua. That's the news from all of us in the newsroom. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Good night.
Have you heard about the new soft-weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, a bathroom tissue